Just when you think Virginia could not get any more volatile, they do another thing that just... they are trying to set it off. Watch this episode of Guns and Gadgets. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. Today is Monday. It is the Monday Morning Grind, brought to you by my friends at Blackout Coffee. You can get this hat and my 2A shirts, black and white, as well as all kinds of fantastic coffee, to include my blends, the 2A medium roast and the 1776 dark roast. Your purchases of my products or any of their products through my link help this channel. They've been a huge sponsor. I love working with them. I love their coffee. I drink it every single day. And they're a huge supporter of the troops. It's an American company. Please check them out. You help them, they help us. It's a great partnership. Now let's get into Virginia. So this week, I've done quite a few videos in the last 10 days, 15 days about Virginia. I'll have a playlist link right there. Check them out. You need to stay up on this because the Second Amendment, the tip of the spear for the fight for the 2A is Virginia. The world is watching now. The world, not just America. The world is watching what's going on in Virginia. The spread of the Second Amendment sanctuary movement has been phenomenal. It's gotten the anti-gunners worried. They're trying to pre-file all kinds of bully-type bills in which they're going to take this and register that and ban this, and you can't have this, whether or not you like it. They're worried so much about the civilians, the law-abiding citizens, that they have now threatened to send in the National Guard. And I don't know if it gets more tyrannical than that, but then they did this in response to those sheriffs and police departments that were saying, we aren't enforcing any of your anti-gun unconstitutional laws. We're going to follow our oath. And this is what they did for that. They have now put in a bill, and it's HB 67. I'll have a link in the description, but it's entitled Strikes by Certain Government Employees and Limits to Law Enforcement Officers. What this bill does is that any law enforcement officer or officers, I'm going to read right from the bill here, who obstruct, impede, or suspend any activity or operation of the employing agency or of any other government agency, or strikes or willfully refuses to perform the duties of his employment shall, by such action, be deemed to have terminated his employment and shall thereafter be ineligible for employment in the position or capacity during the next 12 months. So, if you are a law enforcement officer, you're a police officer, a sheriff, and you decide you're going to honor your oath, follow your oath, and protect and uphold the United States Constitution, like you took your oath and swore your life to do, they're going to fire you for it.
You're fired. 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 You're fired.
Screw you! You're fired!
So they, in a span of days, they have threatened military force for sending in the National Guard, and we'll get back to that in a second. But now they're also saying, if you, the keepers of peace, decide you're going to do your job, we're going to fire you for it, and we're going to put somebody in your spot who will. Now, I said I was going to come back to the National Guard threat. I'm going to read you the definition of tyranny from the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Definition of tyranny is, number 1, oppressive power. Number 2, a government in which absolute power is vested in a single ruler. Also, an oppressive, harsh, or unjust act, a tyrannical act. Now, what comes to mind as an oppressive, harsh, or tyrannical act that could be unjust? I don't know, threatening your law-abiding citizens, your country folk with military might. The National Guard, we're going to send them in if those sheriffs don't do their job and follow our bidding. Well, let me just give you some quick stats here that apparently those leftists don't know. So these are estimates, but they're pretty close. Couldn't find the exact numbers for obvious reasons, but the Virginia National Guard currently has about 7,500 troops. Okay, well-trained people, I would imagine. The population of the sanctuary counties, and I'm looking right now at keepva2a.com, and they have the current tally as of right now, this filming, is 75 counties, which is 79% of the counties in the state, 10 cities, and 9 towns have all declared themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries. Well, the population in those areas is over 8 million people. 7,500 National Guardsmen that the kings, the tyrants, are going to send in on the little people of over 8 million, that is. Now these people want to seize the guns, so let's talk about the guns. Again, estimates, because nobody really knows the numbers, but of the guns owned by Virginians, those that are registered, what does that mean? It means could be NFA, machine gun, SBR, stuff like that, things that have to be registered. There are over 300,000 of those. 7,500 stormtroopers, if they all follow their orders and don't follow their oath, coming on the little people, over 8 million little people who have these tools that they want to take away from them. They don't want to take away from the criminals, but they want to take away from the little people who have at least 300,000 serious ones, and a light estimate of over 1 million non-registered firearms, pistols, shotguns, rifles, sniper rifles. So you're looking at about 1.5 million guns in the hands of over 8 million little guys who these 7,500 stormtroopers are going to try to take out. Apparently, in the gun control brainwashing classes, you didn't have to do any math. Now, I don't gamble, I don't bet, but if I was, I'm betting on the Constitution with those numbers. So no matter what you want to call it, Boogaloo, Civil War, Revolution, Virginia is the powder keg of the country right now. And if anything's going to pop off, it will be in Virginia. So keep up with the date with what's going on. You can do that by subscribing to this channel, Guns and Gadgets. This is where you'll get the Second Amendment news, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, no matter where it happens. But most of that is happening in Virginia right now. Thank you for your time. Please check out Blackout Coffee. Supporting them supports this channel directly. Virginia, I am with you. And like your motto for your state says, Sic Semper Tyrannis. Until we see each other again, this is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.